graduation rites of Smart Starters Montessori. Casa Department, I am Emily Jacoby F. Navarro, your Master of Ceremonies for today's activity. With me is the lovely Gwen.
Kuya Kobe, you look good yourself. You look very excited. Good morning, our dear parents, beloved guests, and graduates. I am Lucia Gwendy de la Cruz. We are very grateful that you have graced this occasion with your presence.
I'm sure I'm not the only one looking forward to what happens next. Our graduates, as well as their parents and loved ones, are very excited too.
The atmosphere in here is tense. Were you able to take a look at our graduates earlier? Aren't they all beautiful and dignified in their graduation attire?
So, Gwen, let's not make them wait any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall start the graduation ceremonies with the entrance of colors, followed by our school officials, headed by our beloved directress, Miss Lady Dino, Mr. Fermency Nuestro, our respectable guest speaker, Ate Lorraine Janelle A. Dalima, and our parent speaker, Mrs. Tyzel B. Junco, followed by our faculty members and equally gorgeous parents.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our CASA candidates for graduation school year 2021 to 2022.
sung by our very own Samantha, Amber, and Lucenio.
Dear Almighty Father, thank you for the peace in our hearts and minds. Thank you for the hope that you keep alive in us despite the chaos and pain this world brings. Thank you for the chances that you always give so that we can learn from our mistakes and be a better person than we were before. But most of all, thank you for always being there, ever-loving God and our protector. We ask of you to bless this special day. Please also bless our parents, our families, our classmates, and all of the beloved teachers and staff of our school. As we take the next step of our learning, please continue to guide us so we can again succeed in what we need to do. We ask all of this in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
A fresh and bright morning to all of you, Miss Lay, our honorable guest speaker, dear parents, guests, and friends. We are gathered here today for Smart Starters Montessori's 20th commencement exercises. We are very honored that you are here to celebrate this momentous event with us. This year, we have a total of 20 advanced Casa pupils who are candidates for graduation. We would like to acknowledge the presence of our honored guest speaker, Ate Janelle. Thank you for gracing this special occasion with your presence. To formally welcome us all, may we call on Jack Darin B. Junco.
To our beloved principal, to our honorable guest speaker, to our parents and family members, to our teachers, guests, and my fellow graduates, a pleasant and wonderful morning to all of you. On behalf of my fellow graduates, it is my honor to welcome you on this memorable day as we celebrate the most important milestone of our Casa years. Our journey was not easy, especially because of the pandemic. But still, we were able to learn, make friends, and share stories, laughter, and love, even through online. We would like to thank the school, our teachers, our parents, and guardians for making all the adjustments possible. Though we are little, we did it! Nagawa natin! Whatever challenges we may face in the future, kakayanin natin. Because we are Montessorians, we will pursue our dreams and foster resilience in the face of adversity. Again, I welcome you all to Smart Starters Montessori's Casa Moving Up Ceremony. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Ay, thank you. God bless us all.
Ma'am Lady Dino, it is my honor to present to you 20 advanced Casa pupils of Smart Starters Montessori, school year 2021 to 2022, who have completed all their academic requirements as prescribed by the Department of Education and who are now candidates for graduation.
By the power vested in me and authority vested in me by the Department of Education as your school directors, and having completed the academic requirements as prescribed by the Department of Education for school year 2021-2022, I now confirm your graduation. Congratulations.
This year, a total of 20 advanced Casa pupils have completed and have been confirmed their course completion. As your name is called, please come up on stage to receive your certificates. Buo Ezekiel Vince P. De la Cruz Ram Joaquin F. Quintos Tyrone Isaiah C. Grupo Jack Darin B. Mariano Ram Patrick F. Morales Alexander Ralph. Calarca Jonas Gideon D. Patel Paul Joseph A. Chu Dean Gabriel C. Galion Amira Adriana C. Leonardo Gian Penelope A. Lucenio Samantha Amber M. Maalihan Adrian May M. Lozano Georgina Miriam A. Mergas Emily S. Rabadon Roxanne B. Rubianes Maria Margot V. Ruiz Celestine M. Soriano Kalia I.
Again, congratulations to our dear graduates. At this point, we shall ask our graduates to rise and get ready to recite our Pledge of Loyalty. We will be led by Celestine and Louis.
I, Celestine M. Louis, a graduate of Smart Starters Montessori, do solemnly pledge to observe and to maintain absolute loyalty to noble ideas of my alma mater, living in a manner worthy of my God, my country, my family, and my
young parent of a Casa graduate to talk about her feelings, thoughts, and experiences. To introduce her, may we call on Miss Wayne Carol Bernardino. Our parent speaker today is a retail operations supervisor for Nestle Philippines. She is a graduate of Bachelor in Applied Statistics at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines in 2012. She is an expert in statistical analysis, data interpretation, quantitative and qualitative research, and planning and execution. A parent of one of our CASA graduates, I am honored to present to you Mrs. Daisel B. Junco.
To our principal, our honorable guest speaker, parents, teachers, and graduates, good morning. It is really an honor to stand before you today during this moving up ceremony of our beloved children. On behalf of my fellow parents, I would like to grab this opportunity to thank the school, Ms. Livy Dino, and the staff and teachers for caring, loving, and patiently teaching our children, not just academically, but also the ABCs in life. Just to share with you, when my son turned 2 years old, I was scared because I have no idea on how I can fulfill my duty of teaching him while working full-time. Then, I came across Smart Starters Montessori and joined their open house. I noticed how the teachers interacted with Jack, and I was happy with the way they teach children, the Montessori way. So my husband and I decided to enroll Jack the next school year. I can still remember his first day in the four corners of the school. He was just 3 years old back then. During the flag ceremony, I saw him, his teachers was carrying, soothing, and solely attending to him because he was intensively crying. I watched him how he grew, from being a crybaby, to interacting with other children, to actively joining school activities, to telling my stories about his classmates, to making friends, to doing simple chores, and to being independent in his own simple and amazing ways. Never did I imagine that he will grow as smart and independent as he is today. Being a full-time working mom of a 4-year-old was not easy, especially when the pandemic came and online classes started. During the first months, I see myself losing patience, especially when I have to work from home and at the same time supervise him during his online classes. There were also times that we argued and all. At times, I could even feel that I was enrolled in CASA. Well, there were those times, but eventually, the blissful part was online recitations, quizzes, dancing, and singing sessions gradually became bonding moments. We enjoyed the opportunity to watch our children perform in school. This pandemic may be tough, but I believe that this is also a blessing in disguise because we became closer to our children. We became closer to our children in ways we could never even imagine. In fact, Jack and I became best friends. I salute the patience of every teacher, especially Miss Clarice, in teaching CASA students online while they battle and persevere through the short attention span of every children. I also salute Miss Lai for giving us productive parenting forums and seminars to better nurture and discipline our children amidst this pandemic. As time passed by, we all conquered the challenges that this pandemic has brought upon us. I noticed how the parents, the teachers, and even the students adapted. I even noticed that parents are already letting their children attend online classes with minimal supervision. This only shows how our children are molded and how we trusted their capabilities. So I would like to congratulate all of you, parents, guardians, teachers, and staff, for this day is not just the success of our children, but also the success of each and everyone who made this day possible. Again, thank you, Smart Starters Montessori, for molding our children to become Montessorians. Montessorians who are never afraid. Montessorians who will pursue their dreams and foster resilience in the face of adversity. God bless and more power.
Thank you, Mrs. Junko. We really appreciate your belief and love for Smart Starters Montessori.
Today, we are very honored and privileged to have a guest speaker give us an inspirational talk about our graduation theme, Montessorians, pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. To introduce our beloved guest speaker, may we call on Miss Joy Lopez.
Our student speaker is an alumna of Smart Starters Montessori. She has been a Montessorian since 2007 when she joined Junior Casa. I am pleased to introduce to you Lorraine Janelle A. Dalino. To Montessorian graduates, parents, teachers, and directors, a pleasant morning to all. I am Lorraine Janelle A. Dalino, a proud Montessorian graduate of school year 2019 to 2020. I never thought a day would come like this, that I would now be in front of you as a guest speaker to my fellow Montessorians. I grew in SSM. I started my Montessorian journey back as a preschool student of Smart Starters Montessori. I could recall being amazed by the learning materials that I considered as toys because I get to use it like I am just playing with it. Another thing I remembered, we were taught Aloha, or what we now call Smart Math. I wasn't aware of that when I was in preschool. I just found counting, adding, and subtracting easy because of it. I even use Smart Math up until now. Learning using materials is not just what I learned back when I was in Casa. Every break or recess, the food would be served to us and we would sit down and eat independently. Even using the restroom, our teachers would guide us at first, then they would let us go by ourselves as time passes. These are just one of the highlights back when I was in Casa. As I graduated preschool, I continued my grade school in SSM. I even enrolled to a reading summer class, and I will never forget that my teacher was amazed because I just graduated preschool and I could read the words even if it was upside down. That's just the start of my joyous days in the lower elementary department. We still used Montessori materials which made learning easier for me. I loved geography back when I was in grade 2 because of the region songs that I could sing up until now. Another thing I loved is math. The multiplication table was easier for me to remember because every multiple had songs on its own. I carried all I learned in the lower elementary to upper elementary. The lessons were not easy, but we still had access to Montessori materials, which made the lessons easier to understand. Our batch experienced Miss Lay's way of teaching. She taught us language and math that made an impact to me. As I progressed to the next step of my Montessorian journey, I delivered my first speech when I was in grade 6, delivering a graduate's message. It was nerve-wracking, but it was one of the moments I couldn't forget. Junior high school and it gave me challenges such as leading the class for academic purposes and even for a school program. Leading my schoolmates older than me was a real challenge, but I managed to gain experience from it and bring it until my last year in SSM. I was once the student who calls others ate or kuya, then I was put in the place where I was now the one being called ate. I graduated grade 10 with a lot of memories and learnings that I would bring in senior high school. I am now a grade 12 student taking up the Humanities and Social Sciences or HUME strand and will be pursuing psychology in college. Time flies really fast and I could say that SSM became the foundation of my education. I still use the things I have learned in SSM up until now. A lot of challenges were thrown, but I just strike back and stand up again. I hope that amidst the crisis we are facing, we will not let this get in the way of learning. So Montessorians, pursue your dreams. As I end my speech, I would like to thank Ms. Davy Dino and Smart Starters Montessori for giving me the opportunity to deliver a speech, not as a Montessori graduate, but as a guest speaker. Standing here in front of everyone made me realize the growth I didn't really expect. Again, thank you and congratulations to our Montessorian graduates.
Smart Starters Montessori presents the Certificate of Appreciation to Ms. Lorraine Janelle A. Delino in grateful acknowledgement and sincere appreciation of her invaluable service rendered as a speaker in the 20th commencement exercises, given this 30th of April 2022 at the CSJTM Convention Center, City of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, signed by our school directress, Ms. Lady Dino.
The next part of our program is the recognition of meritorious acts based on the observed qualities of our graduates and the awarding of personalized loyalty medals for our 6 loyalty awardees. The following awards and awardees were deliberated upon by a committee of teachers headed by our directors. May we call on Ms. Clarice Lastimosa to announce the CASA awardees.
Resolute Resolve Award, Lucenio Samantha Amber M. She sets her mind to do something, and it becomes her purpose. She is determined to finish her task and learn from them. She is a girl with a positive outlook and fierce determination. Interpersonal Intelligence Award is Rabadon Roxette B. The ability to understand and interact effectively with others. It involves effective verbal and non-verbal communication, the ability to note distinctions among others, sensitivity to the moods and temperaments of others, and the ability to entertain multiple perspectives. These qualities are well observed in this little girl because she tends to keenly observe others and close when she is with her closest friends. Mozellas Award, Morales Alexander Ralph. Described as someone who is filled with or showing a strong and energetic desire to get something done or see something succeed. This little boy knows what he wants and insists on it. Quite straightforward in his ways, he makes sure that he does not stop until he achieves success. Young Visionary Award goes to Buo Ezekiel Beans P. A person who is innovative, persistent, organized, and willing to take risks is called a visionary. This boy always creates very presentable and professional-looking pieces of work. It's as if he imagines to create to ensure that he shares his vision with the people around him. Vigilant Little Miss Galion Amira Adriana C. A person who is always being careful to notice things. She notices little details that we adults sometimes overlook. She is appreciative of the things presented to her. Natural Alpha Bowl Award, Maalihan Adrian May N. Adrian May is also one of our loyalty awardees. She is described as someone who is pleasantly easy to approach and to talk to, friendly, cordial, and warmly polite. This young girl is always ready to lend a hand. Where her help is needed, she's always around. She is likable and is loved by her classmates. Elegantly endearing award is Soriano Kalia I. Kalia is someone who is described as endearing, means that she causes someone to feel very fond of them. This little lady is charming and sweet. She has the bearing of a princess. Fearless Warrior Award, Mariano Ram Patrick F. New things, concepts, or lessons do not intimidate this young boy. He takes them as challenges and faces them head on. He has shown aggressiveness towards learning and shows enthusiasm during lesson presentations. Awesome Optimism Award, Tatel Paul Joseph A. Paul Joseph is one of our loyalty awardees. He always chooses to see the good in each situation and perceives the good in others around him. He is a child with a joyful demeanor and who makes others feel happy and always brightens the day. Ardent learner, Rubianes Maria Margot V. She is a passionate, eager, and always ready to learn new things. She has so many questions on her mind. She learns and discovers, and she dramatically asks questions, always expecting an honest and good answer. Multi-dimensional Lil Miss Mergas Emily S. Emily is one of our loyalty awardees. This beautiful young lady is a well-rounded person. She is good at English, math, and science. She speaks eloquently for her age. She has also a gift for dancing. Imagination to Creation Award. No other than Ruiz Celestine M. The ability to make or otherwise bring into existence something new, whether a new solution to a problem, a new method or device, or a new artistic object or form in this young girl's gift. She creates beautiful drawings with her tiny hands. She thinks creatively and has a very rich imagination. Naturalistic intelligence. Leonardo Gian Penelope A. This young girl loves to work with Montessori materials. She always wants to play and talk to her friends. What's amazing is that she always does and follows the instructions given to her exactly as she was told. She is also good at skip counting. Most developed learner, Lozano Georgina Mirel. Georgina is one of our loyalty awardees. This young girl loves to work with Montessori materials. She always wants to play and talk to her friends. What's amazing is that she always does and follows the instructions given to her exactly as she was told. She is also good at skip counting. Conscientious worker, no other than Palarca Jonas Gideon B. He is someone who is described as doing work well and thoroughly. He is one of the best readers in his batch. He gives his best in everything he does. Logical mathematical intelligence. Juko Jack Darren B. Jack Darren B. Juko is also one of our loyalty awardees. A person is excellent in problem-solving skills, enjoys thinking about abstract ideas, and likes conducting scientific experiments, is a logical mathematical thinker. You will surely enjoy this young boy. He is very active and he has shown a keen interest in math and has manifested a high aptitude for it. Gracious gentleman, De La Cruz Ram Joaquin F. Ram Joaquin is one of our loyalty awardees. by talking to them using polite expressions and has always treated us fairly. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence. As Mama Earl Joros S. Children with a high bodily kinesthetic intelligence love to move. They use movement to acquire knowledge about themselves, their physical and mental abilities, and their surroundings. This little boy loves Montessori music and movement, described by many as showing careful consideration or attention. He is a thoughtful and considerate boy. Above and beyond the ward. True, Dean Gabriel C. A person is willing to make a special effort to do or achieve something. This young boy thinks deeply about his responses before providing them. Insightful individual. No other than Ginto Zyron Isaiah C. He is a person who shows a very good understanding of people and situations. This young boy builds his confidence more and more every day.
During graduation, we give out special awards to selected graduates who displayed remarkable qualities that made them stand out among the rest. To announce the special awards and awardees, may we call on Ms. Suzette Lacasin.
From the Casa Department, our Dr. Maria Montessori awardee is none other than Jack Darren P. Junco. The next special award to be given is the Leadership Award. As the title implies, the recipient of this award displays the qualities of a leader. He leads his classmates by example. Likewise, his classmates look up to him and regard him as their role model in excellence, behavior, talent, and good conduct. In Casa, he has been noted to lead classmates into doing what is right and good. He has displayed the qualities of a good leader. The Leadership Award goes to Jonas Gideon D. Palarca. Within the school year, Casa classroom teachers have recommended selected senior Casa pupils to be accelerated to advanced Casa. These pupils have displayed traits and skills exemplary of others. They have shown readiness and maturity to tackle the more advanced lessons in the next level, and the willingness to work extra time during the summer to qualify for grade 1 in July. SSM has done this in the past years. After a rigorous set of observation and justification among these students, we deliberated upon some of them who have inspired many of their peers, achieving academically, displaying proper work behavior and conduct. Thus, they will be given the Young Achievers Award. Young Achievers awardee to receive our most outstanding Montessorian medal, Kalia I. Soriano. Young Achievers awardee to receive our personalized mom medal, Buo Ezekiel Vince P.
To receive a Bronze Excellence Medal plus certificate, Gian Penelope A. Leonardo.
mention to receive a Bronze Excellence Medal plus certificate, Samantha Amber M. Lucenio. First honorable mention to receive a Bronze Excellence Medal plus certificate, Celestine M. Ruiz. Our bronze medalist is Emily S. Margas. To receive a Silver Excellence Medal plus certificate, our silver medalist is Jack Darren B. Junco. To receive a Gold Excellence Medal plus certificate, our gold medalist is Jonas Gideon D. Palarca.
Our highly esteemed, loving, and caring school directress, Ms. Lai Dino, distinguished guests, our dearly beloved and very superior parents, our diligent and resilient teachers, my fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant good morning to you all. We're gathered here today to celebrate a milestone in our lives, that of our moving up from Casa to grade 1. I am John John D. Palarca. It's a great honor for me, and I count it an awesome privilege to deliver this speech on behalf of the Casa 22 graduates, from which future leaders and professionals may possibly arise. Who knows? Emily Marigas will become a very good teacher like Ms. Lai. Celestine, a nurse. Roxanne, a chef. John Penelope, a pastry chef. Margot, a veterinarian. Georgina, an accountant. Ramkin, a builder. Zoe Charas, Jack Darren, a pilot, and Dryron, a teacher, and the rest in other fields. What about Jonas? Becoming the president of the Philippines is not at all bad. I think we like people. We're so cool. King aside, the truth is, I want to be a dog. of our teachers, Miss Heidi, Miss Manel, Miss Joy, Mrs. Ted, for my storytelling. And of course, our fair dear Miss Gardis. The seen us grow from tiny tots to small boys and small girls here now. They've guided, molded, and shaped us to what we become today. Indeed, they have developed in us good study habits, moral values, self-discipline, and the basic learning skills. Likewise, I'd like to thank my classmates who have become brothers and sisters to me during classes. I love the jokes and stories we share prior to our classes. I will miss them for sure. I am very grateful to God for the management and staff of sports that turns my story, especially the lecturers Miss Library. They gave me the golden chance to be academically, socially, and physically shaped to what I am now. For this and for all the awards I received from you, I bow my head and kneel while saying, thank you so very much, Miss Lai. Thank you, teachers, and thank you all so very much. Smart Starters Montessori, I promise to keep up the good work. To our lovely and ever supportive parents, words are not enough to express our gratitude to you for your unconditional love and for the role you tirelessly play in our schooling process. We love you oh so very much, to the moon and back. Mwah! Mwah! And above all, to God Almighty and our Lord Jesus Christ, you made it possible everything that seemed so very impossible before. We survived! We rose above the challenges of the pandemic. We praise you, we worship you, and glorify your name. I thank you all. Good day.
Our graduation ceremonies will not be complete without a message from our directress, Miss Day Livio.
A pleasant good morning to all of you, our dear parents, dear Montessorians, guests, friends. There are many people to whom we are indebted to making this event possible. 2 or 3 days ago, many things happened which might have hampered the conduct of these graduation ceremonies. Because under the kapasyahan of the council of the City Hall, students in the preschool are not allowed to conduct face-to-face graduation ceremonies. But indeed, God is good. With the guidance of Dr. Merlina Cruz, our school's division superintendent, with our cluster supervisor, Ma'am Cho Lindo Borcena, and most especially and notably, the very helpful, friendly Mr. Ronald Soriano of our Public Information Office, who is a member of ERID, equivalent to IATF. We were able to secure, just last Friday, we were able to secure, at Saturday ngayon, di ba? Kahapon, tama ba? No. I went to them by last Wednesday, and then, yeah, I got the call from Mr. Ronald Soriano last Thursday, and I had to get the certificate of clearance and go to the Department of Education Division Office so we could be cleared to conduct this graduation ceremony. Never had we experienced such a trial. Sobrang hirap na ipakipaglaban at i-justify sa ating mga authorities na kung pwede, we are allowed to conduct face-to-face graduation ceremonies. Other schools were not allowed. How special are we? We should not forget to pray later as a family and thank God. He works in miraculous ways. We do not know, I do not know these people personally, but by God's grace, they gave us the clearance. Kahit po wala sila dito, because this event is being videotaped and we will upload this in YouTube. Palakpakan nga po natin sila. Guidance and direction from Dr. Marlena Cruz, our school's division superintendent, and Mr. Ronald Soriano of the Public Information Office. He has been a great instrument in making this event possible. After the local authorities, I would like to thank our guest speaker, the parent speaker, our dear parents. I know that it takes courage and it takes a lot of trust in your school for you to come here and allow your children to receive their diploma and to celebrate with us in this graduation ceremony. Not to forget our beautiful and handsome but hungry masters of ceremonies, okay, coming from grade 4 and grade 5 levels, no? Maraming salamat. You conducted yourself excellently. Maraming salamat. Now, I asked to talk before the presentation kasi una po, no? You might not have other comparison if your child is just at preschool now and you haven't experienced sending your child to any other school. Ako na po ang magsasabi kung ano ang maaaring na-observe nyo na kaibahan. Una, the awards were not announced before this event, right? And we have done that for the past 20 years. It's not only now. In fact, the school was established in 2002, right? And since 2002, we did not give any awards at the end of the school year. No awarding ceremonies, no medals were given out until 2007. So, yan, mga 5 years, no? Wala. No numerical grades, no awards given, no exams. Sabi siya, yes! Walang exams. Can you believe that? Because your school is a Montessori school. And if you haven't researched about Dr. Maria Montessori, her philosophy and principles, she did not believe in rewards nor punishments. She wanted children to learn inside the Montessori classrooms exclusive, without external motivators. She wanted children to work towards their own development, not because they're working towards good grades and high scores, or aiming for the rewards to be given at the end of the school year. She did not want that. However, since we are in the Philippine context, Dr. Maria Montessori was an Italian doctor, no? And the history would tell us that Montessori education became so popular in the West, especially in the United States, no? Where in their culture and tradition, normally they are independent, right? Pero iba ang Philippine context. Iba ang orientation ng families. Ano ang orientation ng families? Parents would always make yabang, di ba? The achievements of their children. Oh, kaya niyan. Tumula ka anak. Ang ganda niyan kumanta. Kumanta ka anak. Naku, napakagaling niyan sumayaw. Sayaw ka anak, sayaw, di ba? Ganun tayo eh. Pinagmamalaki natin ang ating mga anak and we take pride in their achievements. Di ba? Hindi ko sinasabing mali. Diba? Kasi that's our context, that's our culture, and that's our tradition. Diba? And so, to cater to the needs of the family and of the parents, siguro po, iba rin po kasi tayo magpaaral ng anak. No po? Tayo po yung kasamang nag-aaral ng mga anak. At lalo tigit, these past 2 years, under the pandemic, tayo talaga, alam natin. Kasi naglalagay tayo ng speaker during the online classes at dinig na dinig natin. We are so updated with what the topic of in the classroom is all about, right? Kung pwede nga alam, Miss Lai, ako nasasagot ng assignment eh. Hindi na ako nagpapalata pag-exam Miss Lai. hindi na, syempre, independent na yan. Well, what is Montessori education all about? It's quite different from the traditional education po. Ibang-iba po. Una, Montessori education aims to develop your children to be independent. Anong ibig sabihin po nun? Hindi na siya dependent. Dependent kanino? Minsan ang tanong ko, sino ba yung may need? Yung bata ba o yung magulang? No po? Kasi parang iniwanan na ako, Miss Lai. Kumain na siya mag-isa. Dati sinusubuan ko pa. Ano pang dati hanggang ngayon sinusubuan? Kasi po, Miss Lai, pag di ko sinubuan, hindi po siya kakain. Miss Lai, hindi ko siya pinaghuhugas ng pinggan, hindi ko siya pinagwawalis, pero naman po kami katulong. No po. But this pandemic has taught us well. Kanina, sabi ng parent speaker natin, meron siyang blessings in disguise. Yes, nakakatakot ang COVID. Oh, Montessorians, makinig kayo ha. Let us not be complacent. Yes, we were able to conduct face-to-face graduation ceremonies, but the pandemic is not yet over. Nandiyan na naman kumakatok si Omicron sa variant. So we must be very careful. The lessons that we learned and are learning still should not be forgotten. Siguro forever and ever na yan. We must instill in the young minds of these children, kung sa bagay, 2 taon na silang nabubuhay kasama ang face mask. Right? Nakita ko nga yung maliit na kapatid kanina na umakyat sa stage ni Celestine ba yun? Kay Celestine? Nung tinatanggal ang face mask niya, nagtataka siya, ayaw niyang ipatanggal. Kasi for 2 years, children have lived with their face masks, right? We cannot do away with the face masks anymore. Kaya nga sabi ng iba, pag nagpapapicture with the face mask, smile. Wala na yan di ba? But I saw, meron ng face masks na transparent. Nakita ko, no? Baka mahal, no? At wala pa tayong mga dito, no? Isa pa, kasi Miss Lai tends to be far away. Okay. Mindfulness. Dear parents, please instill in the minds of our young Montessorians mindfulness. To think of others, not only of themselves. To be conscious of others and not only of oneself. Kasi ang bata, natural selfish. Ang bata, natural self-centered. Kung saan lang masarap, maganda, masarap, malamig, komportable, doon ang bata, di ba? But these 2 years of the pandemic have taught us, has taught us otherwise. And what is that? To think of other people. We do safety protocols. We observe safety protocols because we think of keeping our family, other people, and ourselves safe. Di po ba? Ngayon lang po yan nangyari na nabigyan ng emphasis in our everyday lives, and it should be integrated in the way we raise and bring up our children. We have expectations that this batch of young Montessorians will be the toughest of them all. This is the 20th commencement exercises that we are conducting now. Pero ang expectation natin sa ating mga bata, sa ating mga anak, sila ang pinakamatapang. Sila ang pinakamalakas when it comes to their emotions. Hindi sila malamya, hindi sila takotero, hindi sila fearful, hindi sila madaling ma-offend, hindi sila takot mag-isa, hindi sila takot ma-isolate, hindi sila takot hindi mamasyal. And for that, I would like us all to clap our hands for these young Montessorians. Hindi madali ang mag-aral under the fear of infection of COVID-19. Hindi madali. In the family, maaaring ibang family, naapektuhan, may namatay, may masamang nangyari. And it's part of their learning. The negative impact of COVID-19 should be turned into something that is positive and beautiful. And through these young Montessorians, yung positive effect na yon, makikita natin in the near future. When they get to grade 1, when they get to tackle another year, another, months of fearing for COVID-19 infection. And yet, hindi na tayo katulad noong 2020. Hindi na tayo ganon katakot because we already know COVID-19. Kung ano siya and what safety measures could be done para ma-minimize ang ating pagkaka-infect sa kanya. Bakuna is one, right? So I would like to encourage everyone na magbakuna. Second dose, third dose, I am preparing for my 4th dose because I am immunocompromised. Lahat na ng sakit ay aking pinakyaw. So I just deferred it. Hindi sana, kahapon sana. Kaya lang baka ako lang natin. So I said, after na lang ng graduation, go for it! It's the only panglaban for COVID-19 and mindfulness. Keep ourselves healthy with strong immune system, and we will try to live our lives as happily as possible with our families. Ayan, niready na nila. Pinalalayas na nila ako dito. Nakakahalata si Miss Dai. Actually, tinanong ko si Ma'am, sabi ko kanina, Ma'am, anong oras na? Sabi niya kanina, 11:15. So, meron pa akong 30 minutes. Ay, hindi. Okay, ganito. Hindi pa ako tapos eh. Last part of my talk. May I ask the parents to stand up to walk? Sige po. Yan. Pina-stand ko po kayo so that I could recognize you. Kasi sa totoo po, never had we felt the indebtedness, the gratitude that we feel towards you, our dear parents. Alam mo natin, maraming nagsara na private schools, right? Pero alam niyo ba, kayo yung lakas sa likod ng Smart Starters Montessori. Teachers, palakpakan natin yung ating mga parents. Kung wala po kayo, and for your trust and unconditional love and support to Smart Starters Montessori, wala rin po kami dito. Natalo na sigurong diretsyo na naiyak ng COVID-19, di ba? But by sheer, sheer bravery, resilience, perseverance, kahit ang hirap-hirap, we really try to fight for the right of your children to be educated and face-to-face. Because Montessori is all about materials. Ano na kung we will be forever be hampered by this COVID-19 situation? Hindi niyo po alam, nung tinatanggal ang face mask niya, nagtataka siya, ayaw niyang ipatanggal. Kasi for 2 years, children have lived with their face masks, right? We cannot do away with the face masks anymore. Kaya nga sabi ng iba, pag nagpapapicture with the face mask, smile. Wala na yan eh, di ba? But I saw, meron ng face masks na transparent. Nakita ko, no? Baka mahal, no? At wala pa tayong mga ano dito, no? Isa pa, kasi Miss Lai tends to be far away. Okay. Mindfulness. Dear parents, please instill in the minds of our young Montessorians mindfulness, to think of others, not only of themselves. To be conscious of others, and not only of oneself. Kasi ang bata, natural, selfish. Ang bata, natural, self-centered. Kung saan lang masarap, maganda, masarap, malamig, komportable, doon ang bata, di ba? But these 2 years of the pandemic have taught us, has taught us otherwise. And what is that? To think of other people. We do safety protocols. We observe safety protocols because we think of keeping our family, other people, and ourselves safe. Di po ba? Ngayon lang po yan nangyari na nagbigyan ng emphasis in our everyday lives, and it should be integrated in the way we raise and bring up our children. We have expectations that this batch of young Montessorians will be the toughest of them all. This is the 20th commencement exercises that we are conducting now. Pero ang expectation natin sa ating mga bata, sa ating mga anak, sila ang pinakamatapang. Sila ang pinakamalakas when it comes to their emotions. Hindi sila Hindi sila malamyak, hindi sila takotero, hindi sila fearful, hindi sila madaling ma-offend, hindi sila takot mag-isa, hindi sila takot ma-isolate, hindi sila takot hindi mamasyal. And for that, I would like us all to clap our hands for this young Montessorians. Hindi madali ang mag-aral under the fear of infection of COVID-19. Hindi madali. In the family nga, yung ibang family, naapektuhan, may namatay, may masamang nangyari. And it's part of their learning. The negative impact of COVID-19 should be turned into something that is positive and beautiful. And through these young Montessorians, yung positive effect na yun, makikita natin in the near future. When they get to grade 1, when they get to tackle another year, another, months of fearing for COVID-19 infection. And yet, hindi na tayo katulad ng 2020. Hindi na tayo ganun katakot because we already know COVID-19. Kung ano siya and what safety measures could be done para ma-minimize ang ating pagkaka-infect sa kanya. Bakuna is one. Right? So I would like to encourage everyone na magbakuna. Second dose, third dose, I am preparing for my fourth dose because I am immunocompromised. Lahat na ng sakit ay aking pinakyaw. So I just deferred it, hindi sana, kahapon sana, kaya lang baka ako lang natin. So I said, after nilang ng graduation, go for it! It's the only panglaban for COVID-19 in mindfulness. Keep ourselves healthy with strong immune system, and we will try to live our lives as happily as possible with our families. Ayan, nilady na nila, pinalalayas na nila ako dito. Nakakahalata si Miss na. Actually, tinanong ko si Ma'am, sabi ko kanina, Ma'am, anong oras na? Sabi niya kanina, 11:15. So, meron pa ako 30 minutes na hindi. Okay, ganito. Hindi ba ako tapusin? Last part of my talk. May I ask the parents to stand up for never had any faith. The indebtedness, the gratitude that we feel towards you, our dear parents. Because over these past 2 years, battling with the COVID-19 situation, you were with us. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po. Because your trust goes beyond trust. Your trust and love goes beyond your fear of COVID-19. Maraming salamat po. On behalf of my teachers and staff, maraming salamat po. Humuhugot kami ng lakas sa inyo. Humuhugot kami ng lakas ng loob na ipagpatuloy ang mission and mission that we are here for. At sana po, sa mga panalangin, sa thoughts, sana po, may you always include Smart Start Montessori. Thank you. And may we enjoy the presentations of our dear Montessorians. Thank you.
And I am learning to hear God's voice, and I am